Men are natural breeders by nature. This is just who we are. It's just a natural instinct. They just gonna look. You could be walking with your girl on the side of the sidewalk and holding hands, and then a beautiful girl walks by and she says, boy, you better not look. It's gonna take everything in him not to look. He's gonna wanna look so bad.
Selena Powell once blasted Akon for sneaking behind his wives' backs, and now his own ex-wife just confirmed it. After nearly 30 years of marriage, Tameka Thiam filed for divorce, exposing the mess he's been hiding for years. And trust me, this goes way beyond polygamy. I'm talking of cheating scandals, lawsuits, and accusations that could wreck his entire empire. So let's get into it.
The rumors about how many wives you have.
Yeah, but I'm gonna let it stay a rumor. I like this. I like the fact that people are guessing.
Recent court filings have revealed that one of Akon's wives, Tameka Thiam, had officially filed for divorce just 4 days before what would have been their 29th wedding anniversary. She cited irreconcilable differences. But the paperwork had one unusual line. The separation date was listed as to be determined.
So Akon's wife, real wife, has decided to file for divorce, okay? She is citing differences that can't even be explained, but we can explain them.
That means even the courts don't know when this marriage actually fell apart. And now with his ex-wife speaking up, we're finally seeing just how deep the problems went. First up, the cheating. Akon bragged about having 9 kids and multiple wives, calling it his African culture. But even that mask cracked, because while he claimed tradition, he was out sneaking behind their backs, breaking the very rules he set for himself. And when you really pay attention to this, it's true. Think back to that time Selena Powell, the infamous Instagram model known for exposing rappers. She put Akon on blast, accusing him of stepping out on his wives with her. But cheating scandals are only part of the storm. Akon's past has always been controversial. Back in Trinidad and Tobago, during a performance at Zen nightclub, Akon was filmed grinding on a 14-year-old girl. The backlash was huge. He later apologized, saying he had no idea she was underage, but that stain never really left his marriage. Then came even darker accusations. Suge Knight once accused Akon and producer Detail of sexually assaulting 2 teenage girls. Akon quickly fired back, posting a statement on X. The world knows a lie when they hear it. It's unfortunate that this man is going out like this. It's sad and seriously embarrassing. Regardless of our history, I'm still going to be praying for him. Still, when accusations like that are exposed, people, especially wives, don't forget. And that's not all. Akon has also faced criminal charges for tossing a teenager into a concert crowd, which allegedly caused a concussion. So, with all these incidents, his ex-wife's story doesn't feel like it's coming out of nowhere. Instead, it adds another piece to a long timeline of drama. Now, here's where things get even more complicated. Even his own wife, a mirror, called him out. She said 4 wives is the limit. Anything more is pure betrayal. And if Powell's story is true, that means Akon didn't just cheat. He broke his own family's law, sparking chaos inside his own house. And let's not forget his sexist rants. One time, Akon made some eyebrow-raising claims. The women in Africa treat you like a king. They're not competing with you. They're not fighting for equality because they understand men and women could never be equal. He even suggested men could reproduce without women by putting sperm in an incubator.
If I wanted to create life right now without a woman, I would just shoot my sperm, put it in the incubator, and just give it 9 months.
Statements like that didn't win him any favors, especially with female fans in the US. So what does this all mean? Well, fans are already dragging him online. One person tweeted, Akon was singing about being Mr. Lonely and having nobody while married to 7 wives. This man can't stop lying, and honestly, it's hard to argue with that. His image as a family man who values culture is starting to look more like a mask for reckless behavior. The pattern is clear. The bigger the empire, the darker the secrets hiding under it. Now, with his ex-wife exposing him, Akon's facing the same spotlight that swallowed other legends. And if history repeats itself, the fallout won't just hit his marriage, it could shatter his music, his money, and the entire image of the polygamous superstar.
That's why when people say, Monique, when you gonna stop with Tyler and Oprah? I'm not.
Oprah finally broke her silence after Monique spent years dragging her and Tyler Perry for blackballing her out of Hollywood. For over a decade, Monique swore they ruined her career and turned the industry against her. But now Oprah's response changes everything. Monique isn't backing down. To understand why, you have to go back to 2009. That's when Precious shot her into the spotlight with an Oscar win, but behind the scenes, she refused to do the endless promo runs Oprah and Tyler wanted. From that moment on, she claims the doors in Hollywood quietly started closing. According to Monique, that decision rubbed the film's big names the wrong way, and she claims that's when the quiet blackballing began. But the feud didn't just stay professional. Monique says Oprah cut her deepest when she put her estranged family on national TV. Even her brother Gerald, the same man Monique has accused of molesting her as a child.
I'm watching my mother be greedy.
I'm watching my other brother, who was my manager, be greedy. I know my family. And I'm watching my brother who molested me sit on this stage trying to paint this picture of I'm trying to be a help, but now I'm watching the scam.
For Monique, that wasn't just betrayal. It was exploitation of her trauma. She's also dragged Oprah into accusations of inequality and hypocrisy, pointing to how Oprah handled her family versus how she treated others.
If Oprah was watching this, what would you tell her?
I would say, Oprah Winfrey, you know what you need to do, and stop hiding behind what you call was negative comments, what you call, oh, I don't even deal with things like that, because what people are beginning to do is see you for who you are.
And Tyler Perry hasn't escaped her fire either. She claims he owes her not just an apology, but money. What's wild is, in between all of this, Monique did reconcile with Lee Daniels, the same man who directed Precious and once joined Oprah and Perry in freezing her out. In 2022, Daniels publicly apologized to her on stage, and Monique said that's the blueprint she wants Oprah and Perry to follow. And still, nothing. Oprah hasn't said a word, and Tyler keeps stacking billion-dollar projects like nothing ever happened. That silence is exactly what keeps fueling Monique's fire. Meanwhile, Monique's been on every mic she can find, repeating the same message.
That's why when people say, Monique, when you gonna stop with Tyler and Oprah? I'm not. Just so we clear, I'm not. Because we've gotten so used to letting it go and moving on.
Now, when people ask her why she can't just let it go, Monique gets even sharper. She says that mindset comes straight out of slavery, where people were taught not to push back against injustice.
Where does that come from? Let it go. That dates all the way back to slavery. Just don't say nothing. Just keep moving on. And that's why we continue to be treated the way that we get treated.
And she is done with people forgiving them for what they did.
So for me, my babies, I won't let go and I won't move on from that. Doesn't mean I'm bitter. I'm not angry.
She even threw a punch at Tyler.
And I love my brother and sister, or my sister and sister. Whatever day Tyler chooses, whichever way he goes, I love all of them. However, wrong is wrong and right is right.
To her, silence is the exact reason why wrongs keep repeating. So no, she's not going to let go.
And until we start standing on what is right, we will continue to be treated wrong. That's just my humble opinion.
And some people caught on to it while others didn't. She just called Tyler Perry a sister, for those of you that didn't catch that. And other fans in the comments think Monique should let it go. Sometimes letting go isn't a sign of weakness, but strength. She's fighting a one-man battle. Let that hurt go for yourself. Another said, if people blackballed me, ruined my career or ability to feed my family, their name wouldn't stay out of my mouth. IDC. Every chance I get, I'm talking Ish Monique isn't just fighting for her own name. She insists there are countless others in the industry who've been disrespected, silenced, and sidelined by powerful figures like Oprah and Perry. She's just the one loud enough to keep saying it out loud. Lee Daniels already cracked and came clean in public. So what's stopping Oprah and Tyler? That silence is louder than anything they could say, and it's about to explode. And while they stay quiet, another celebrity feud just blew wide open in a way nobody expected.